This video is about the project that we took up as a part of Operations Management course curriculum. Our group name is Operational Zombies. Company taken for study is Dreet. It is a fast food restaurant that provides hygiene, tasty and quality food items. It is located near KK Nagar, Tiruchinappalli. During ITCL, which is IIM Tiruchi Cricket League, Dreet was invited to keep a stall. This was the first time they were providing this kind of service to any institute or college. Our operations management team observed that there was huge queue at the reception as well as at the delivery. Also, due to huge wait times and capacity constraints of preparing the signature Dreet burger, even the staff recommended to order other items. After completion of the event, we approached Dreet manager to know about their business process and difficulties they face while providing the service. We got to know that the problem they were facing could be solved through some of the concepts we studied during operations management course. Therefore, next time whenever they visit any institute or college, it would be helpful. This is the motivation behind taking this problem. Now, let's look into the interview with the manager.
In last 2 months you were in IIM Tiruchi.
Yes, bro. That January 16, 17.
For the 3 days you were there in IIM Tiruchi, right?
Yes, bro.
So we will be asking few questions regarding how did you do.
Okay.
Firstly, considering Dreet as a quality food for customers, what are the things basically you offer to the customers?
The Dreet burger, matchup, Jesty toast, then most food is Dreet. Then barbecue is high flavor, alpha, Dreet Arabic, Dreet chili ginger, pepper. Then roll like chicken kofta or peri roll, chili cheese roll. Most moving burger, then fries item, french fries, chicken popcorn, milkshake is supposed to be.
So when you were in IIM Tiruchi, so for how many customers must you probably have? What is the demand of customers?
Demand is high.
Regarding the items which you have mentioned, for the items which you have mentioned, regarding the raw materials, you have different suppliers or
We have food supplies. One high meat chicken, then one Maria foods, then vegetables, raw. 4 suppliers are there.
now what is the suppose a customer comes, what is the procedure to just first the person comes?
The person first asks what is the special of your restaurant. We have Dreet is a special, then barbecue is a special, then Dreet chili ginger Arabic is like chili flavor. So customer is very
Will like this. So basically, if I want to say how the process goes on, first person comes and goes to the reception and gives the order, and from there it goes to the.
He give the order 1 hour before go. He get it 1 hour later.
1 hour later.
Yes.
1 hour is the time span.
Yes, bro. He paid the money and he go and after he come 1 hour later.
So 1 hour is the waiting time.
Yes, bro.
Waiting time. So regarding the communication, this directly from the reception chef or is there including?
First reception, we take the order, bro. Then we tell to the chef, chef prepare the food and give to me. I will give to customer.
Okay, fine. Generally the waiting time is 1 hour.
No, bro. Customer will go on 20 minutes, 30 minutes is the waiting time.
Okay.
Because more order will.
More orders are.
We have order. So 30 minutes or 20 minutes for food.
When you are in IIM Tiruchi,
Yes, bro.
from what time to what time you must serve?
We come here shop morning 10 o'clock. Preparing time is 10 to 4, bro. We go to IIM 4 o'clock, bro. 4 o'clock. We go there 5 o'clock. 5 to 1 to 9.
This is the time in which you give
Yes.
the orders.
Evening 5 o'clock to 9 to 1 o'clock.
Now regarding the raw materials, you said There are some like perishable and non-perishable, which will be within one day must be used. There are some items which are not being used. So I would like to know if there is any wastage.
No, bro. Vegetables and burger bun waste will come actually yesterday here. Sorry, tomorrow here will use it.
It will be used here.
Yes.
Whatever has been
Waste
will be using here. So at present, no zero wastage.
50 burgers or balance will use it. Only burger bun, vegetables, then masala items, milk, ice cream, like that.
That can be
Chicken will
finished. Will be finished. Now, regarding your food, Retreat is mainly famous for the quality which they have mentioned. So, you have any standard procedure or how are you able to maintain the quality in every food item? Whoever the chef makes it, they are able to get the quality.
we have good chef. The chef is learned to me after I cook the burger, will give to customer.
So, whoever may be the employee, he knows exactly what quantity of cheese.
Yes, so chef is trying to me.
It is, and chef will make ensure that the quality is maintained.
Yes, bro. Chef is trying to all.
Trying to all food items.
Yes, bro.
During the 3 days, is the demand constant or is there any variations?
Demand is high.
Demand is high, it is constant.
Demand is high. No manpower is very low, bro.
The number of employees are less.
Totally 10 employees are there.
If there are more employees, it must be.
We want 15 totally 15 employees are we want, but we have only 10 employees.
That's the problem.
Yes. Because now only we putting stall in iron. I don't know how to.
Okay, got it. And one more thing, regarding here we have a normal setup, fixed stall setup. In IIT, how did you think where to keep the chicken layout, kitchen layout? How it is there?
Breadth 10 length 10 meters.
10 meters and width also.
Right hand side is a juice counter. Middle point of the burger, fries items. Left side is a barbecue boiling.
Okay. So that if the juice items are there, those takes almost the same time for making.
Yes, bro. He make the items when he told to me. Then I take and give to customer. Yes.
So the kitchen layout has been in such a way that it takes less amount of time to cater to the customer.
The 20 minutes or
That is the.
well.
Now you said you will be operating from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock.
Yes.
So in this whole time, people will be coming in.
Yes. No rest, bro.
And what the most people do?
Like match finished and you want drinks. That time is.
Basically, it might be around 11 o'clock to 10 o'clock from home.
The match starts 7 o'clock. We'll come 1 hour before, 1 hour later, like that. Then we come 11 o'clock. 12 o'clock is.
That is where the peak demand will be.
Peak demand. Peak time that time will be 11, 12. Then closing time, more people are coming.
Then how many vehicles will be
One vehicle for food items, then for workers for one car.
One car.
Yes.
This is the
Totally 2 vehicles. Yes.
According to the interview taken with the manager, we have identified that the process they have used is there were 2 receptionists, 6 chefs who were servicing the different items on the menu, and 1 server. Accordingly, there are 2 process boundaries. One is before the receptionist when a customer enters into the system, and after the server when the customer leaves the system once he takes his order. This is of interest because it tells us how much time a customer spends in the system overall. And we have also identified a second process boundary, which is after the reception and before the server, where the flow unit is the item ordered. On average, if a customer orders about 1.5 units, that is, if 10 customers enter through the reception, 15 items are passed on to the chefs, and these 15 items, like according to the resources allocated and demand, we can know how much time a particular item stays in this process boundary, and that is of importance because we want that higher demand products move out of the system faster to service more further demand. Example, a burger takes 15 minutes to prepare, but demand is also really huge, so accordingly we want burger to exit the system faster, and it's also profitable for the company. So that way we have identified 2 process boundaries. According to the data collected, the total workforce consists of 10 people, 2 receptionists, 6 chefs, 1 server and 1 cleaner. Operational days were 3. Operational time was 8 hours. On average, a customer ordered 1.5 items, and the ordering and service time per customer was 1 minute each. And for each item on the menu, the preparation time and the demand for those 3 days was collected. And the manager told that for those 3 days, he had to increase the time by 1.5 hour and also increase the capacity of service of burgers to 9 per hour just to cater to the increased demand. And even customers said that they had to wait a long time for receiving the burger orders. Also, the manager had the feeling that the 10 people workforce was less, and he needed more people to service the request. So on further analysis of primary data, we found out that indeed burger with 1 chef was a bottleneck, and with the previous service rate of 8 hours and 8, it was impossible to cater to the demand, and due to increased time they were able to cater to the demand, but the wait time was around 62 minutes plus 15 minutes, that is 77 minutes for receiving 1 burger, and from the customer point of view, which is really high. And coming to the workforce, we can see that the utilization rates are not uniform across the board. Burger has the highest utilization, whereas for preparing juices and sodas it's very low, and this is undesirable. So instead of increasing the workforce, there's a scope for optimizing the utilization across. So this was the starting point for our analysis. In our suggested to-be process for DREAT, we concentrated on 2 things. One is for removing the bottleneck from preparation of burger, and second is workforce optimization. Burger is a USP product of DREAT. It has high demand, and the servicing of demand plays a very important role in the company's bottom line. For that reason, we allocated 2 resources, that is 2 chefs will be preparing the burgers at a utilization or rate of 0.65, which caters not only to the present demand but also any future demand, and also account for the fact that there will be demand and service variability. Previously there were 10 workforce, but ideally considering the demand and the processing times, only 4 workers are required. But 100% utilization is not desirable given the fact that there's service and demand variability, and switching between 2 completely different tasks is difficult. So we assume the utilization should not exceed 70%, and under this criteria the number of workers required are 6 plus 1 cleaner, that is overall of 7. This helps us reduce the workforce from 10 to 7. And also among the workforce, we have assigned tasks such that they are internally consistent. That is, a person who is taking the orders and serving the orders cannot cook, so we do not club those two together. And similarly, the processing time of french fries only is 5 minutes and barbecue is 20 minutes. So if a chef is assigned to prepare both of them, then the waiting time for a customer to receive his order for french fries will increase much more larger. So we have seen that under a chef, whatever items you have clubbed have similar processing times as well. And if you look at the utilization is less than 0.7 for all the chefs and all the workers except for rolls and sandwiches, because this is deliberate, because the previous demand which we received for sandwich was because of a substitution effect. Previously burger was a bottleneck, there was huge wait time, so people switched and ordered sandwich instead. Likely now that the burger process is rectified, there's a chance that demand will shift back to the burger and sandwiches demand will reduce, bringing down the utilization. And second thing is that rolls and sandwiches are less profitable products as they're readily available on campus. And catering to this fact that the average flow time is higher for rolls and sandwiches, it's also an incentive for the customer to move away and order burger or barbecue, which are the USP products for the company and are much more profitable for the company than rolls and sandwich. So next we know that a customer orders on average 1.5 items, and taking the flow times of each item, on average he takes about 27.5 minutes to service a customer request, considering even his wait times before and after for taking the order, so which is pretty decent time for getting an order. So this whole problem in solving considers even customer satisfaction, also reducing the workforce and removing the bottleneck. This can be the likely stall layout for the suggested process above, so that there are minimum crossovers. And on concluding notes, I want to present the impact of COVID-19 on the hospitality industry and what REEC can do differently. COVID-19 has massively changed the perception about hygiene and safety among customers, and contactless service and delivery has become the norm. And for takeaway restaurants and stalls like REEC, the major pain point is managing queues. Like customers or delivery personnel has to wait in queues to collect their orders placed, and this even after a lot of rules for distancing, an irresponsible customer can drastically affect the safety perception about the restaurant and thus the demand. So to completely avoid queues, the company can take the orders online with aggregators like Swiggy or third-party software, and according to the orders taken online, they can use a dynamic allocation program to allocate orders to chef and print out a time to the customer, exact time to the customer when they have to come and collect their order. So in this way, example, a customer is displayed 20 minutes in an app, the customer can come at exactly 20 minutes, take his order and leave the restaurant. So in this way, the queues are completely avoided and the touch points are drastically reduced. This helps in both preserving the demand and also ensuring safety. Even after the COVID-19 pandemic ends, there is less likely chance that the perception about hygiene and safety will go to ground zero again. So this is likely to stay with the customers, and it's also helpful the company to avoid queues by using the same process even after COVID, in all its future orders. So yeah, thank you.